We had watched Earth for centuries, silently observing from the far reaches of our system. Their species, Homo sapiens, had always been a curiosity. Primitive creatures living in fragile, crowded cities, bound to their planet by their limited technology. We, the Zerk, had encountered countless worlds, each more advanced than the last. The humans, we believed, were no different. We arrived at their world without fanfare, just a whisper of energy in the cosmos, slipping undetected into their atmosphere. Our plan was simple: study them, perhaps offer an alliance, and take some of their resources. They were weak, after all. Their strongest weapon was their atomic energy, which we had long surpassed. We landed in the heart of their largest city. It was as chaotic as we had expected, their noisy streets filled with strange machines and frenzied activity. But their buildings were frail, their people weak and fragile. We assumed they would cower, that they would beg for mercy at the sight of our superior strength and technology. Instead, they simply stared. A few humans approached, timidly, eyes wide with wonder and fear. We extended our tendrils, emitting our peaceful signals, hoping to communicate. One of them, a creature wearing strange garments, stepped forward. His gaze was fearful, but not submissive. "We don't want trouble," he said, his voice shaky but firm. We laughed, our deep rumbling echoing across their fragile structures. "You need not fear. We come in peace." But the truth was, we were here to test them, to prove that their primitive ways were no match for us. We gave them a chance to surrender, to submit to our superior rule. Then, without warning, we unleashed a wave of energy designed to crush their cities into dust. The humans did not scream. They did not flee. Instead, they retaliated. A blinding flash of light erupted from their cities, followed by an intense roar. The ground beneath us shook violently as the humans' weapons we had no comprehension of, rose to the surface. From their airships to their underground bunkers, they unleashed everything they had. In that instant, we realized the truth about them. The humans had focused not on their art, nor on their philosophy, nor on their unity. They had honed their strength in battle, in war. We barely had time to react. The first blast struck our ship, the energy searing through our hull with a force we had never encountered. Then another and another. Our shields faltered, and soon we were in free fall, crashing into their city. It was then we saw it. They were not weak. They were warlike. For all their flaws, all their disorganization, they had cultivated one singular strength: the art of destruction. We tried to flee, but the humans, relentless, were already there, surrounding us with their weaponry, their unyielding spirit. Their fighter crafts sliced through the air with precision, guided by a battle-hardened instinct we had underestimated. We had thought them fragile, naive, but their very weakness had birthed a resilience we couldn't comprehend. We were not the invaders anymore. One of their leaders, a human in uniform, approached our wreckage. The look in his eyes was not one of mercy, but of something else, something fierce, something proud. "We warned you," he said, his voice steady. "Never underestimate humanity." And in that moment, we understood. We, the Zerk, had always believed that power came from intelligence, from technology, from the ability to shape worlds. But the humans, they had something else, something more dangerous: a relentless will to survive, and a capacity to fight, to never give up. And that was the strength we had misjudged, the very thing that would ultimately be our downfall.